I think what was kind of saying, it's come to light recently. Your grandfather, George H.W. Bush, it turns out he sponsored a child from the Philippines named Timothy for 10 years. For a decade, he was sending money, and he did for Timothy's education and extracurricular activities. And the funny thing is, he couldn't, for security reasons, I guess, give out his real name, but he signed the letters, and that's how we found out about it. These letters have become public. George Walker, I live in a White House. Yeah. I'll write to you from time to time. I live in Texas.
So nobody knew about this?
Yeah, so I didn't know about it. It's, one of the things that I really loved about him was his humility. His mom always would say, like, don't use the I word. Talk about what others do. Yeah. And so he never told me this, but I have to say, reading these letters yesterday, I miss him, but also this is the reason why I miss him. Is he didn't need to brag about it. He didn't need to do it for presentation.
How did it come to light now after 10 years?
I don't know. Do you know that?
Yeah, it actually was some letters. Some letters came to light, and this young man didn't know officially that he was being a pen pal with and being supported by a former president, but it's pretty cool.
They also say, like, a good joke, sometimes the best punchline is when you're not there, like a good prank on somebody when you're not there. One of these, what's amazing about that and being at the Children's Hospital is that when we were at the Children's Hospital, the first room we went in was a young 8-year-old boy, and this sounds like it's funny, but we walked in the room, and sitting there was Iron Mike Tyson, the former heavyweight champ, and I looked at the girl from the hospital and said, oh, was this a scheduled publicity? He goes, no, every time Mike's in town, he usually just stops by.
Amazing.
The letter that your grandfather wrote, the power of it, knowing that no one ever knew about it.
Yeah.
These are always photo ops for a lot of celebrities, but when you read that somebody did something and didn't tell anybody about it, it's even extra special.
And that's what he did. He was a great letter writer, and it made me think about, if I can find it, this email he wrote me, which I think is so cute. March 9th, 2003. I'll abbreviate this, but it was, he wrote it to my sister, Barbara, and me, and he said, it's Sunday morning. I'm at my duty station in the office. I'm worrying about the 3 older granddaughters. Spring break causes the worry. I wonder, are the 3 of you off somewhere trying to get on the Wild College Women TV show?
Yeah. How do you know about that?
No, I'm like, can't be. And then it ends, namely, stick near the library. I found it was almost free of noise and people during spring break. Maybe you 3 have discovered the same thing. I'm here all week in Houston in case you need adult leadership. In spite of these worries, maybe because of these worries, I love all 3 of you guys. Who says the Gamster can't be with it?
The Gamster.
The subject on that was nervous grandfather.
What was it called? The Wild Women's
television show. And by the way, I was never on that show that I know of.
So I'm Googling now, though. We'll check that out. We'll fact check.
But I think watching, people that have come before do these quiet acts is something that I want to pass on to my kids.
It's like a lesson for kids.
Yeah.